Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is John Black. He is the CEO and director of Regulus Resources. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: REG on the TSX Venture and RGLSF on the OTCQX. And Regulus will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 13th through 16th, 2022. For more information, please go to precioussummit.com. And with that, John, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm looking forward to see everyone in a few weeks here.
Absolutely. So actually, believe it or not, when I was doing our research for our interview today, we had done an interview with Regulus, like I think 3 or 4 years ago. So, look, a good amount of time has passed. So I really want to kind of get the full overview and history of the company at this point, because I'm sure the story has changed quite a bit in those 3 to 4 years.
It has changed, but some of the principal characteristics of the company remain the same. We're a group of seasoned explorationists, worked for major companies and now as junior companies. And what our specialty or our niche in the exploration business is we identify projects that have the potential to be large copper or copper gold deposits, the size of a deposit that would be interest to a major mining company. Capture those at a downturn in the market or through us identifying something that others perhaps don't see on the project, and then drilling those out, de-risking the projects, and ideally selling them to a major mining company. As Regulus, we have our hands on an outstanding project called AntaKori in northern Peru. It's a large copper gold system. We have over 500 million tons of quite attractive copper gold grade right now. 500 million tons at better than 0.7% copper equivalent with a very low strip ratio. And equally important to this is that it's part of an even much larger system. We have a portion of the deposit and our neighbors have the other portion of the deposit. And there's a natural opportunity for an eventual consolidation of this district, which would turn it into an opportunity to be one of the larger undeveloped copper gold deposits out there. So we're very excited about it. Good team that's done this before, and we have our hands on a great project right now.
Absolutely. So what would you say makes the company and this project unique and different compared to some of your peers that are also in similar areas as you?
That's a great question. What I've just described about our philosophy, there are other companies that do the same thing and have done it well on it. I think that one of the things that makes the opportunity we have right now stand out is that brownfields nature of it. There are a number of large copper gold, undeveloped copper gold deposits that are potentially available for acquisition, although there are fewer than there have been at times in the past. But when you look at an opportunity like that, it often takes a long time for a company to acquire that and then develop it. And our project is a project where the neighbors next door are mining the oxide cap. They're essentially pre-stripping the large copper sulfide deposit that we share. So it's an opportunity to be a deposit that could be developed much more quickly than many others. So I think that's one of the things that really makes us stand out.
So to close us out here today, John, from what you can tell us, what would you say then are some of the company's near-term value catalysts that you think folks should pay attention to?
Well, as I mentioned, we're in a space right now that even though the market prices are a bit beaten up at the moment, and metal prices are down, there's still quite attractive prices on this. The major mining companies are still very aggressively looking for opportunities, and we're seeing that evidenced by recent moves by Rio Tinto and BHPs to either acquire companies that have assets that are interested in, or to invest in junior companies like ourselves as a strategic alliance, setting themselves up for an eventual acquisition of projects. So that's the leading edge of M&A. We're seeing that happen, and the major miners are still actively looking for those opportunities, and particularly in the copper space. The fundamental case for copper being an essential element for the decarbonization of our world really right now, and the use of much more electricity and as we move forward, means that these copper deposits are going to be in short supply and high demand. And we're seeing the majors line up for that. So we're kind of in a beaten up part of the market right now. And I think when we come out of this downturn, you're going to see copper prices spike rather dramatically, and the majors scramble to acquire assets.
All right. Well, John, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on Regulus?
You can go to our website and find information there. You can contact myself or Ben Charrington, who's our manager for our IR, and we're more than happy to provide more information for you. There's quite a bit of information out on the website. And I'd also like to point out, for those that are more technically inclined, is our Chief Geological Officer, Kevin Heather, does a series of webinars and videos that explain the details of our project, why we think it's special, and how we operate. So please, for those of you that would like to take a look at that type of information, there's quite a bit out there on the web.
Very good. And that's regulusresources.com. John, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And we'll see you in Beaver Creek.
Great. See you in a few weeks here. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And again, Regulus Resources will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek happening September 13th through 16th, 2022. For more information, please visit precioussummit.com.